Guys, remember when 50 Cent suggested that contrary to what y'all have been saying about Jay-Z, Beyonce is actually the one in charge in the relationship and the one who calls all the shots? And Jay-Z is only who he is because he signed a contract that makes sure Beyonce participates in all the Hollywood businesses?
Look at even Jay-Z's career. You can look at that and say the association to Beyonce is when he started to receive the 16, 17 Grammys since he's been with Beyonce. Right? And you go, prior to that, one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that came in association, like you see the kids even have Grammys. Like they don't sing yet. They don't sing.
Right.
They don't rap yet. And they already have Grammys. So it's like they give them this trophy so we secure that they're coming to the award show. It meant that much to the culture that they just gave them the things that would later. To me, I didn't care about trophies. I said, I'll get the checks.
Right.
And because what I was saying, the content was raw enough, like, and who I am.
Well, guess what? I've seen reports claiming that both Solange and Nicki Minaj can attest to this, and they have allegedly been saying that Beyonce has always been the real villain and the one calling all the shots. The sabotaging, the blacklisting, the crimes, everything. And I don't know if this is credible, but there has been an officer from Nigeria who has been spilling about the extent Beyonce went through to be part of Epstein's crimes in Africa, and it's crazy.
Multiple witnesses described Beyonce stepping in for the final act on cornered victims, cold and deliberate. Another talked about skin taken afterward, human skin turned into leather for a tour outfit. We have names, dates, locations, credible enough to open a formal case. My team wanted to move fast, issue international arrest warrants, request Interpol red notices, question Jay-Z and Beyonce through diplomatic channels. We had enough to bring them in for questioning, to seek real justice for the victims and their families who still wait for answers.
Again, I don't know how credible this is, but whatever this alleged officer is claiming is exactly what Nicki Minaj has been saying about Jay-Z and Beyonce. And if y'all thought you've heard the worst of it, just you wait and see. Allegedly, we even have Solange getting tired of Beyonce's mess. Y'all know how Jay-Z has been exposed in the last couple of months for all manner of filth. Yes, people have suggested that Beyonce has also been heavily involved in his shenanigans, because ain't no way you've been married for this long and pushing 50 and never knew what your husband was up to? Well, allegedly they don't call her Queen Bee for nothing. She is allegedly literally the queen, and the final say for everything that Jay-Z does, including everything in his personal life. First of all, reportedly, Beyonce dictates who is allowed to be in Jay-Z's life, and she has allegedly been the one standing in the way of Jay-Z acknowledging his other kids, especially Rymir.
You got these lawyers that just frauding and pit anything they doing, anything they want basically in the courtroom, and the judges is just allowing this to go on. I honestly believe that both of them should be hold it responsible for this, because if you guys, this is you guys' job, and if the judge can't see this or overlook it, I can understand a mistake, but just throughout the years, this continue to overlook fraud it's just craziness to me. Like, come on, it's right there in your face. If you can't see that, then I don't know what else we can do to help you guys believe that it's something crazy going on with this case. Honestly, I just want everybody in the world just to keep their eyes open and just watch things that happen, that just like how things unfold, because it's crazy. It really is crazy. These judges, these lawyers, this fraud, collusion, who knows what it's for, money or friendships or whatever they got going on. But I can honestly say that we should never go in the courtroom feeling like we're already the victims and we did nothing wrong.
Y'all know that Rymir is still trying to get Jay-Z to agree to a paternity test. And of late, he has been saying the same things he has said for like a decade, which is that Jay-Z hooked up with his mother Wanda when she was like 16. Rymir also continues to insist that Jay-Z's lawyers lied in court when they claimed they misspoke. He also said that Jay-Z has refuted the claims in court despite allegedly trying to settle them outside of court long ago. In addition, Rymir said that someone tried to unalive him and was firing at him after he filed a civil suit against Jay-Z, and that intimidation tactics have been used against them for years. And guess what? Rymir and the rest of the family actually believe that Beyonce played a key role in persuading Jay-Z from acknowledging him and settling the case.
Beyonce's thing came when a friend of mine who knew her, somebody in her camp, and she said something supposedly, this is all hearsay, about regarding saying Rymir needs to go away little boy, something to that effect. There was something out there with the song they made. And then next thing I know, somebody was at my property. Somebody came to my property in the evening time and had a conversation about trying to get in through the back door.
You probably also heard that Jay-Z has an alleged love daughter, the one he had before he even dated Beyonce. Letitia Macer was born in 1990 after her mother, Lisa, had been introduced to Jay-Z through the sister, and the two immediately began a romantic relationship and had her. Apparently, Jay-Z purchased a house for Letitia in Cambridge, Maryland, and he paid her bills, but allegedly doesn't allow her to put pictures of him around her house as a part of their deal. But guess what? Reportedly, Jay-Z has cut ties with Letitia and has abandoned her and her mother, who is currently in a wheelchair. And word on the street is that Beyonce is the one who told him to cut those ties with her daughter as well.
Well, I think it's this: her mom's sick in a wheelchair. You know what I mean? Like, my thing is, if it's a possibility somebody my kid, and I've got $1 billion, even if I got 20 million, come on, let's go take this, find out. I mean, and you rich now if you are. It's simple. Like, if I got a wife that don't understand that, she can roll.
Speaking of illegitimate kids, by the way, I've also heard that Beyonce is the one keeping her half-siblings away from the rest of the family, and that Solange can allegedly confirm this. Jay-Z is also reportedly forced to follow strict rules about how he interacts with women, and these rules were put in place by Beyonce after the 2014 elevator incident. Insiders actually said that Jay-Z was ultimately very grateful that Beyonce didn't give up on him back in the day, so he shows his respect by following her rules. Apparently, he used to go out with the boys all the time, but Beyonce told him that was off limits, and she also told him that he should not have any one-on-ones with his female artists. A source even revealed to Hollywood Life that Beyonce was still suspicious of Rihanna, saying, "Rihanna is a person she's suspicious of. There have been so many rumors over the years about her and Jay, it's hard to know what to believe." At this point, Beyonce keeps a very close eye on Jay and Rihanna, but he's not banned from working with her. Not yet, at least. Anyway, the source who spoke about the rules also said Jay-Z and Beyonce go to therapy and prioritize date nights to reconnect as a couple. Basically, Beyonce allegedly dictates how Jay-Z moves, and if word on the street is anything to go by, she was the one directly responsible for all the sabotaging and blacklisting of all those artists who were linked to Jay-Z. And it's not just her husband. Beyonce orders around everyone in her family, including her mother Tina. And this is one of the reasons why Solange has started keeping her distance, because she is tired of being treated like a nobody in the family. And of course, Nicki Minaj has been the only one bold enough to go after Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like how she implied that she's been sabotaged professionally by Jay-Z and his associates, saying that it's actually the real reason why she doesn't release music. She also said that an unnamed party had been seeking to damage her relationship with her spouse, and that efforts to turn him against her have involved lies and friends in high places. Nicki also said some things about Beyonce, suggesting that she's just like her husband Jay-Z, or possibly even worse. And we have all heard about how Beyonce was actually the one responsible for all those artists who disappeared, like Blue Cantrell. Allegedly, the disappearance had a lot to do with the fact that she had some sort of beef with Beyonce, because Jay-Z allegedly wanted her. There were actually rumors that Jay-Z and Blue had a romantic relationship, but when she was asked a few times about the relationship, Blue said that there was nothing going on between her and Jay, although she did admit to Wendy Williams that she had a big crush on him.
Does she really have him locked down?
I think so. I think they're in love. I think they're in love.
Is politics speaking?
No, I really do think they're in love. I have a big crush on him, though. I'll tell you that much.
Did you
still have a crush on him? No.
Yes,
No, no, I didn't. No, I'm really selective about it.
What?
Really. I really like him, though. And I don't care who he's dating. I always had a crush on him, though.
if he came in right now and we were all not here.
What?
I'm just saying, you're in New York.
Yeah, okay. And what
If you ran into him and everything was right, would you make that play?
I wouldn't turn it down. Let's just put it that way. Okay. But you can't just go around just, sleeping with guys like that.
Baby, there was also Maya, who was one of the most successful artists back in the day. Maya had over 3.2 million album sales across her career, winning several awards, including a Grammy nomination, and her songs smashed the top charts. However, just like with Blue, back in the day, there were rumors that Maya and Jay-Z had a relationship after collaborating on the remix of her hit song, Best of Me. And because things didn't go well between her and the Caters, she was also sabotaged. And the list keeps going. Amerie, Tierra Marie, Carrie Hilson, Rihanna, and even MIA, who has also been very vocal about her experience with Beyonce, by the way. She actually went into details about how Beyonce and Jay-Z are Satanists, and how she refused to indulge in rituals to sell records, and basically said that Beyonce is definitely not as innocent as she portrays herself, and is fully aware of what happens, and willingly participates too. Baby, has this not been the same thing Nicki Minaj has been saying about Jay-Z and Beyonce? How is it that different people who don't even know each other have been making the same allegations over and over again? Think about it. Well, word on the street is that Nicki Minaj has been spilling even more tea and is reportedly even backing the allegations that Jay-Z and Beyonce are a nasty couple who keep people against their will, putting them on planes while they're unconscious to illegally transfer them across borders.
Victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim
Keeping people against their will. Putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. And everyone knows it. The wiretapping of the phones, putting air tag on visits. These are normal practices that these people do.
Also, remember when Rihanna's former publicist Jonathan specifically said he was stopped by federal agents, who he said were keeping close tabs on Jay-Z since his incident with Lance on Rivera? And he said Jay was also being implicated in an incident with R. Kelly during their joint tour. According to him, Jay-Z was being investigated for transporting females across borders. And I've seen people alleging that Beyonce was probably supplying them or knew about them. And now we also have all these allegations about Beyonce's involvement with that island, including how she and other notable women were responsible for the operations in Africa. Guys, I'm not saying that whatever has been said about Beyonce is true, but again, don't you think it's weird that all these allegations just keep coming up? And from what I've heard, even Solange is tired of making all sorts of excuses for her sister. Allegedly. I don't know. Maybe Bey has always been the real villain all along. And maybe she's the mastermind behind everything, like several people have suggested so far. But you let me know whether you believe it in the comments section below.